Hi, Glenna. Thank you so much for your post, your discussion board post. I wanted to respond to your post. So I think you have an important point about the scale that we use, the Pro-QOL measures helping people and not necessarily general burnout. So I think that's important to consider other factors in our lives, like, of course, obviously we're primarily students maybe. I'm working part-time, but it's a job that I love. It's doing horse therapy with kids, so I don't really feel any burnout from that. But I think you're right that the workload at school, sometimes having to do papers and a lot of research for long hours, that can be a factor in burnout. I feel like for myself that I guess I didn't think about that specifically with this assignment, but so I appreciate you sharing that. I think what I do when I get to the point where I'm physically tired or exhausted from the schoolwork, I make a point to maybe just take a full 24 hours just to rest and recover. I do have to say that, being that the classes are in counseling and psychology, of course, our major field of study, that I really do enjoy the classes. I enjoy learning, so that I think has helped me personally. I've always loved being a student and learning, so I think that helps mitigate some the burnout factor. But I do think it is good to assess occasionally. James and Gilliland, 2017, in our textbook Crisis Intervention Strategies, on page 557, have a wonderful section on burnout, and actually the specific section I was looking at is the self-recognition of burnout, and they state that human services workers in particular have a notorious blind spot regarding burnout. I can see that as being true, maybe even for my own self, that especially in the early years, with having a helping mentality and desires to do that, maybe just naturally having a personality geared toward that. I think it's easy to dismiss, the burnout factor, and and just to gloss over, oh, I'm doing fine. So, but again, James and Gilliland also point out that absolutely no one in the human services field is immune to burnout, and so that really is a sobering thought. And I did take the Pro-QOL when I worked for an agency several years ago, and that was really the first time I had done an in-depth assessment like that. And so I think at that point I really started thinking more about it, and making sure to take time for myself and my family, and have those boundaries a little more clear between work and personal life. So anyway, thank you again, Glenna, for sharing. And also, let's pray for the strength to get through. And blessings. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.